bloody hell.
Hey up, me duck.
Good morning, Geraldine Watson, expert family law solicitor. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good.
How are you?
Yes, I'm good.
I have to tell you,
What?
I was at court last week.
Oh, is this a jezza? Because we're not
No,
meant
it
to
isn't
do
a jezza. It isn't a jezza. It's a wow. Not in a good wow moment. So anyway, finished court. I thought I'll get some lunch now. So there's a cafe in Leicester City Centre that I go to. It's really nice. Am I allowed to say the name? Can't I?
Yeah.
I'm not a celebrity, am I? Yeah. Cafe Dido.
Oh.
It makes me laugh because I always think it says something else. Anyway,
dildo.
so I go in there and order lunch and set my laptop up and type my notes and stuff. And anyway, I went in and I thought I'll order a jacket potato, cheese and coleslaw.
Did you think of me when you ordered your jacket potato? Because that's my death row meal, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Bit
Sorry,
sad,
do carry
but
on.
anyway, have a guess how much?
For what? A jacket potato?
Jacket potato, cheese and coleslaw.
£7.50.
No. £9.10p, because it made me laugh when he put it in the till. He put £9.10, and I was like, that must be for my drink as well. And then he's like, oh, hang on, sorry. And I was like, yeah, you know me. And he just put it in again, same fucking price, £9.10p for a jacket potato and cheese and coleslaw.
But I don't think that's the cafe, so can we just sort of make sure that that's
Why?
clear? Well, because it's the price of food, isn't it? Don't you think
A
everything's
jacket, a
gone up?
potato, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of butter, and a little bit of coleslaw,
Yeah, but
£9.10.
Think of the fuel.
Don't justify it, Vicky. It's disgusting. And I've heard on the budget, obviously, by the time this comes out, it will have already happened, tax rises, potential tax rises.
Don't get me on it. Don't get me on it.
But I was just like, so altogether it was like £12 something for a lunch.
But you can put it through the business,
It's
can't
not the
you?
point, is it?
Oh, have you finished moaning? Jesus Christ. People have tuned in to listen to our happy...
But it was a really nice jacket potato and it's a really nice cafe. Anyway, over to you. Go.
I'm knackered.
Why?
I don't sleep very well anyway.
You're getting woken up.
Menopause and stuff. So, obviously, at the time of recording, but not at the time of going out, it's Diwali, isn't it?
Yes.
And I love it. I love all the celebrations. I love all the outfits. I just absolutely love it. But the fucking fireworks. My dog is literally terrified. So it's been like probably 12, half 12 before he'll actually settle down with me to go to sleep. I've been sleeping in the spare room with him, which is not great, newlywed and all that.
I know. That's why I thought you weren't getting much sleep.
So, well, no, sadly not. So it led me this morning to think
go.
about...
You being a Karen?
I am being a Karen.
Oh, for God's sake.
Because I think the law needs to be changed. And I know people have, campaigned and everything. So I asked AI, whatever.
Go on then.
In the UK, you can use fireworks between 7 a.m. and 11 p.m. with extended hours to 1 a.m. on New Year's Eve, Diwali, Chinese New Year, and midnight on bonfire night.
If you think about it, though, put it into perspective, that's 4 times a year, Vicky.
But that's not the point.
4 times a year.
That's not the point.
And we are celebrating when we're not...
But
in the news, it's constantly
celebrate?
doom and gloom.
Yeah.
What do you mean, why do we have to celebrate?
You didn't let me bloody finish.
Go on then.
Why do we have to celebrate? I get New Year, but why do we have to celebrate beyond 10:30?
You're just old.
That's rude.
That's it. What would your 20-year-old Vicky have said?
I never really liked fireworks anyway.
For God's sake. I love fireworks.
I'm thinking about, obviously not everyone's got a dog.
No.
Or pets or whatever, but I'm thinking about my puppy, bless him. I'm thinking about the wildlife. I'm thinking about those that have got kids that are in bed and that are constantly being woken up by these bloody great big bangs at 1 a.m.
Wildlife?
Yeah, like all the birds and the owls and the bats and stuff.
Well, owls...
And what about...
Are owls asleep or awake at night?
Awake.
They're awake anyway.
What about the veterans that have got post-traumatic stress disorder?
Oh, for God's sake.
I'm just saying, I don't like it.
You're part of this snowflake society, aren't you?
No.
It sounds like it.
Do you?
I disagree with you.
What time? Oh, of course you do. What time do you go to bed?
It doesn't matter. I'm usually in bed for 9 with a cup of tea watching telly.
And what time do you switch everything off to go to sleep?
11 maybe, something like that.
And so if there's fireworks going on
it is
outside
annoying.
Thank you.
But it's a celebration And we don't have much of that in the world to celebrate.
God, do you know
right
what?
now.
I wish I'd never said anything.
Good.
Anyway, have you been watching Traitors? Because I know you're a Traitors fan.
Yes.
Have you been watching the celebrity? How
Yes.
hilarious. So there's a classic line that's come out of that from Ruth Codd. She's gone now, the actress.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. I
didn't like her.
myself. Oh.
I didn't. I won't keep
Ruth, if you're a listener, then, you know.
No.
But she said, and I'm banking this and I'm going to use it.
Go on then.
Don't piss in my ear and tell me it's raining. I love that. I love it.
That is good.
I love it.
Yeah, that is good.
Celia farting. Did you see that?
Oh, that was hilarious because she was scared, wasn't she?
But it was literally
so
at
funny.
the most quietest moment.
Brilliant.
And everyone was really quiet after.
It was so funny.
That'd be me.
So funny that was.
Literally would be me.
Oh, I rang on the way here. I rang my other half and we was talking about lunch, dinner tonight and stuff. And I'm like, shall I get some nans? And he's like, yeah. And I said to him, shall I get some granddads as well? And he's like, what? I was like, we're getting some nans. Shall we get some granddads as well?
God.
He didn't get it at first.
Anyway.
Oh. So I've had a new inquiry.
Okay.
I shall call him Mr. B from Leicester.
Okay.
So this is the legal part of our
I've
Lawfully
got
Yours
one too,
podcast.
yeah.
It says, do I have to share my pension because I've been married for 20 years?
Does he have to share it with who? Just
Me.
like his wife, you mean? Or?
His wife. Does he
Right.
have to share his pension with his wife because he's been married for 20 years?
Okay.
And I get asked that a lot. People are very, very protective over their pensions. I find mostly men.
Is it a straightforward yes or no?
No.
Okay.
Well,
So is
the
it
starting position is yes, you do have to share your
Right.
pension, but there's a lot of things that you have to take into account. And I could do a whole episode on just pensions
can imagine.
in divorce, but obviously I'm not going to monopolise
Not
this
like you.
episode. And I have discussed it before. So the short answer is yes, but there's a lot of other things to take into account.
Okay.
And just for the information, snippet of information, there's two ways to deal with pensions,
Yeah.
either pension sharing
Yeah.
or offsetting.
Okay.
We do have attachment orders, pension attachment orders, but they're not really used.
Okay.
So it's pension sharing and offsetting.
So presumably pension sharing is where you share that pension with your
Yeah, so
spouse.
a percentage of the pension gets transferred to the other
And
spouse.
then offsetting would be I'll keep my pension but you can have the house or a
Correct.
bigger share of the
You
house.
should be a family lawyer.
Oh no. I couldn't
What
cope.
do you mean, oh, no?
I couldn't cope.
It's lovely.
No.
It's not lovely. Is the
I
wrong
think-
word, but
I think that's the beauty of being a lawyer in that you can find the area that gives you joy, job satisfaction and client satisfaction.
yes,
I know that I was a secretary for a family law solicitor way back when. And I just wanted to shake them,
yeah,
you know, and it's like, just get a grip. You know, it doesn't matter that it was 5 minutes late to pick
Yeah.
up the children or 10 minutes late dropping them back. They're safe. They've had a fabulous time.
yeah.
It doesn't mean that you have to stop him or her from having
Yeah.
the kids. You know, I just found it
Don't
really
even go
frustrating.
there.
Yeah.
I saw an
can
article on LinkedIn. So I've done an article a few weeks ago about, and I've mentioned this before, about so we have the presumption of contact between both parents. We
Yeah.
have that as a natural presumption. And there's movement to try and take away that presumption of contact. So the
Okay.
starting position is no contact if there's
Okay.
allegations of domestic abuse.
Yeah, and I get that.
And
yeah.
I saw there was an article on LinkedIn by this barrister who's basically advocating to remove the presumption of contact.
Right.
And I reached out to him because it's a whole massive discussion and it really gets my goat. Because if you remove that, the shit is going to hit the fan.
Yeah.
But again, anyway, that's another topic. I do have another question for you, actually.
Oh, go on then.
I know. So, your washing machine, do you use the same cycle on your washing machine for no matter what you wash?
99.9%, yes.
I know. And there was a podcast that I listened to.
Right.
Should I say the name?
Yeah.
Okay. How I Sexted My Boss. Brilliant. Jordan North. Brilliant.
Help.
And William.
Huh? Help, I sexted.
Is it? Help. Oh, yeah. Help, I Sexted My Boss. Anyway, and they were talking about it. And his counterpart, William,
Yeah.
the posh one, he was like, no, you can't do that. You'll never get things clean. You've got to change the cycle.
Oh, no.
And it just made me think, how many people don't? I don't.
No,
We
I
have it set. That's it.
put my towels and bed linen on a hotter wash.
Ah,
But
that's because there's a lot of activity being a newlywed.
anyway,
Anyway,
my legal week this week
Go on
has been
then.
quite quite fraught.
Oh, okay.
Because obviously, I don't know about family law, and I'm sure it probably is the same. Obviously, when you get a court order, you've got dates by which you need to do things. And I find that you can go weeks and weeks and weeks, and it's just nicely plodding along. Everything's fine. You're progressing your cases. And then all of a sudden, you've got 10 cases, all of which have got a deadline.
Yes.
I try to preempt that. So as soon as the deadlines come in, I'll diarise them and I'll plan, right, I'll do this on this day, this on that. But it just so happened that I've got 2 hearings coming up, both of which I needed counsel's input on, and both of which came in like late yesterday and needed to be filed today.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's just been like chaos.
Crazy.
Yeah. And I get, obviously, council has, a lot of work to do, and they've got deadlines and things as well to work with. But it was just madness yesterday. And I got home and I just sat down. I was like, oh.
Exhausted.
Yeah. But today, what day is it today?
Oh, it's hump day.
It's hump day. It is hump day.
Is it a good hump day?
I think so, because we're here, we're recording the podcast.
Yeah, we're together.
Which I love. I love doing this.
And you love me.
And I love, love, love you, of course.
And our next guest.
So that leads us nicely into introducing our next guest.
Wow.
So, welcome, Lisa Colver. How are you?
Sat here very entertained.
What do you think so far?
Yeah, very good.
Very good.
I'm not of the woke fraternity, and I agree with the
There you go.
fireworks.
You agree with
About fireworks.
restricting the fireworks?
Yeah, I do. It was. Yeah, it's really, really noisy.
It is. I
And
get
it. Goes on late, and
Yeah.
we've also got vulnerable adults to think about.
Yeah.
I'd like to put that in the.
Absolutely.
mix.
But it goes
also-
back. Oh, go on.
Well, sorry.
No, go for it. You're
We're
our
also
guest.
supposed to be in the middle of a cost of living crisis, and have you seen the price of them?
Yeah.
I know. We got a leaflet through our door, £70 for a package of fireworks, and they'll be
Yeah.
shit. I know they will.
Yeah.
No, I do get it. I'm not saying I don't get it, but it's a celebration. It happens few times. Vickki has said the events you said 4 times a year, Lisa.
And I think 4 times is quite enough,
I think it's too,
especially in the middle of a cost of
Well, I think
living
because it
crisis.
gets dark about 6ish now. It'll
Yeah.
be late. It'll be
Well, a bit
earlier
earlier.
next
Bonfire
week,
night,
won't it?
yeah.
Because the clocks go back at this weekend. So there's like 5 hours that you can probably do your fireworks to.
Correct.
What I
Yeah.
don't agree with is the fact, and to be fair, it's probably youths out there.
What?
Youths.
Oh, youths. I thought you said ute.
Youths. Messing about and
I feel I'm being outnumbered. Shall we ask our producer?
I'm not mic'd up, but I love the fireworks.
Yes.
Personally.
is it keeping your baby awake?
Oh,
It
yeah.
did the other night.
There you
but
go, you see.
I am a small percentage of a larger community, and there's stuff that I would do to upset others, and I've got to be respectful when they upset me.
I get that.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I
2
get
for
that.
2. Woo, woo,
That
woo,
was
woo.
that was a very PC
It was, wasn't
answer,
it?
wasn't it?
Anyway,
Yeah.
back to you, Lisa. So tell us what you do, who you work for, and what a day
So,
in Lisa's life looks like.
So, I work for Pro-Medica 24.
Yeah.
They're a health. They provide healthcare support to people. Core business is living care nationally, and in Blaby we offer an hourly care service. So we say hourly, but it's 30 minutes upwards.
Yeah.
Okay?
And that's care in the home, isn't
care
it?
in the home.
Okay.
Yes.
And what sort
Ah.
of service users do you have?
Well, mostly over 65s, mostly, but we've got a registration with the CQC for 18 upwards, so adults, vulnerable adults. My background's always been in that profession.
Okay.
So I've been a registered manager over care homes. I've been a ops manager, and yeah, I just am old people. I was once told it run through me like a stick of rock. I got old people written. So if you cut me in half, you'll see
Yeah.
the elderly, the vulnerable. Yeah.
But
That's
as you said earlier, though, a few minutes ago, you said it's not just elderly people you work with. Because I know we've had chats before about younger people that you work with or that the company work with.
Yeah, so we support people with learning disabilities, just people that are struggling to manage the daily routine, because that's the classification, am I correct?
Yeah,
for a vulnerable adult.
Yeah.
So, and mental health is
it's massive, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is
so,
massive.
Anything really. Anything that helps people remain at home, fulfill their potential, and live their best life.
Oh.
Anything to do with that, I'm in.
My friend might need your services, and she lives with her mum who's got early dementia.
Yeah.
And she's struggling to find care at home.
Oh,
really,
really?
really struggling.
Yeah.
So I'll pass your details
Yeah,
on.
I
to her.
remember when my dad was diagnosed with dementia, and obviously as time progressed, and the only access to care in the home that I was able to get for him was after he had been discharged from hospital, and then it was, I think like you get like 6 weeks or something care funded, and then obviously by that time he'd kind of bonded with the carers, and in dementia patients the continuity is really important to them, but I didn't know where else to go.
Yeah.
So years ago, people used to go to a convalescent home. Do you remember them days when his grandma went to convalescence?
Yeah.
Well, that's outdated, and they bring in services like this.
Yeah.
So it's a reablement service.
Yeah.
So it assesses somebody, helps them get back to their baseline before they went in, and it helps social services find out if that person needs ongoing care. So maybe they deemed him to manage, but you're correct. They get used to that service, and it's a very nice service. It's not commercial, really, is it?
No, and
it's
you've absolutely got to have that in your blood, in your bones, to be a carer.
I think so.
You know,
yeah.
And for Dad, it was just things like, and I guess this is a similar thing to the services that you guys provide. It was simply someone going in the morning, making sure that he'd showered and that he'd changed and got dressed. Because I'd go to see him and he'd still got his pyjamas on, but he'd put his clothes on top of his pyjamas.
Yeah.
Making sure he had a hot meal, because at this point I was working full time. This was pre-COVID, so I wasn't at home. And then at night, making sure that he didn't go to bed in his clothes, you know, that he brushed his teeth and got his pyjamas on and he was all settled and everything. And that, for me, as his daughter, that was absolutely key for me to know that someone was checking in on him 3 times a day. I'd go every day anyway, and in the end, I moved in and you know was there for him 24/7. But is that the sort of thing that you're
peace of mind, isn't it? It gives people peace of mind.
Yeah.
So we all have, or most of us have, a job to do, and this, we all fall off the cliff because people don't prepare.
Yeah.
Families don't prepare until hospital
it happens.
admission. More often than not, and then they're thrown into crisis because they're not only just thinking about what's happening now and why they're in hospital, but they're being talked to from hospital staff about the future.
Yeah.
And really, you're too busy trying to deal with what's just happened.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's where most people will make the wrong decision.
Okay.
At that point there.
Yeah.
And quite often I speak to people that regret it later. Whatever decision they've made, they've not made it where they've had all the facts and they're fully informed. So you probably didn't understand how that reablement service worked.
I think it was a case of, you know, you've got this for 6 weeks and then you've got to sort it out yourself.
Yeah, and that's because it's a self-funder.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm passionate about.
Okay.
Because you get left.
Yeah.
You're not informed. Nobody's hand-holding you.
Yeah.
And the care system and knowing what to do and knowing how to go about it is quite complex and difficult. And I think we're supposed to do it like we choose a builder to build a brick wall.
Yeah.
Go through the yellow pages. They're a provider. They're quite near. I'll go with them. Worst thing you can do.
I remember when my mum, she was diagnosed with dementia. We didn't know she had dementia. And then somebody reported my mum to the social services saying, she's been neglected because she was living on her own. I was around the corner. So everything was like a whirlwind. Social worker came round, said, right, your mum's got to go into temporary care home because we feel she's going to harm herself, basically, unintentionally. We had no say in it, absolutely no say in it whatsoever. We had no power of attorney. I remember going to the care home where they put her, and we had a meeting. There must have been about 10 people around the table. And they were saying to me and my sister, this is what's going to happen. These are the decisions we're making. Your mum now has to stay in a care home full time. And we were like, hang on a minute, wait, no, that's not going to happen. We're going to keep her at home and we'll look at, and they were like, no, the decision is ours because you don't have a power of attorney. Our decision, either we'll find a care home or you do. And I remember driving round, must have been every single care home in Leicester. Some of them were awful, just awful. Yeah. And then we managed to find a really good one, and she was there. But I was just so shocked at how they treated us. It's like we didn't matter.
And that is why, power of attorneys.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Over health and welfare are so important.
But we didn't realise.
And when you do realise it's too
late.
Really makes me sad.
Yeah,
because,
it did me.
Your mum, really, would she have agreed to leave her home?
Absolutely. No. She always said to us,
it's the last resort.
And when we went to see her the next day, she was so angry with us. Yeah. So angry with us.
You can't fight that. And especially, and that's what it's about. It's about knowing your rights.
Yeah. And
Isn't
in terms of
that,
it's
all about that. And I'd have challenged that to the hilt.
But in terms of that, do you have access to people that can
provide that,
explain
help?
What the rights are, or are you sort of after that point?
So I'm not sure whether I took that question in, but so people such as yourself, I mean, I can recall a person, it wasn't Leicester, but married. He got early onset Alzheimer's. Wife didn't want to cope with it.
Okay.
Best interest decision, because that's what they made.
Yeah.
Best interest decision and safeguarding was raised, because that's also what you had, a safeguarding issue.
Yeah.
Remove the risk. So even though it was half his house, she wouldn't move out. They have to have they have to move that person away from the risk. So they moved the gentleman, totally against his wishes. Ended up in a care home 80 miles away from his mother and sister.
Jesus.
And she took that to the Court of Protection.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And she phoned me, and I, probably when she phoned me, she was looking for care, and looking for living care, because we do living care.
Yeah.
And she was hoping that she could bring him nearer to her mum and herself and get a living carer.
Yeah.
Wasn't allowed, because they'd made a best interest decision, and there was a safeguarding, so he was to be removed because the wife wouldn't leave. Yeah. And she didn't really want him back. And so I made her aware when she phoned about the living care, you can't just take somebody, as you say, out of a care home when there's a best interest decision being made. But you can challenge it.
Yeah, but we, at the time, we didn't realise she had dementia.
Yeah.
So a few years prior to that, we'd lost my dad. So my mum was caring for my dad. And then when all of a sudden, when he'd gone, she had no focus. So it then got worse. But we just thought she was being stubborn and difficult. Yeah. If we knew she got dementia, we would have changed things. Yeah. But they never gave us a chance to implement that. Well, that's what was frustrating.
you have to be careful, don't you? Because these P.O.As you have to do when you've got
Yeah,
when
when
you've
you've
got
got capacity.
But the problem is people mask it.
Yeah,
So
they do.
and they get away with it.
Yeah.
And us as daughters don't want and sons don't want to think of anything else. But isolation, loneliness, leaving a partner
Yeah.
can losing a partner, sorry,
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
really progress that.
That's what
Yeah.
happened with my mum.
Yeah.
And I
That-
think it's the case of I lost my train of thought.
An
now.
empty
What I
mind.
was going to say.
Menopause.
You know,
menopause. Completely gone out of my mind what I was going to say then.
well, yeah,
Welcome to the club.
we've all got
so
brain fog.
can you signpost people to
Yes.
get that help and advice?
Yes. So because I've been in this profession for such a long time and I've worked a lot with local authority, etc., I do tend to know, even though it changes,
Yeah.
you do tend to know where to send people down,
Yeah.
what road to send them onto. And, you know, I had a phone call yesterday and a gentleman got took into hospital with just the most simplest of things, fully independent before he went in. And she called because in hospital he was just deteriorating mobility-wise, because that is,
The patient, is it?
well, no signs before, could be similar
Right.
to your mum,
Yeah.
or what I've just said, masking,
Yeah.
but none. But after so many weeks and months in a hospital, you can
Yeah.
get like a type of dementia,
Yeah.
delirium. Well, it's not a type
Yeah.
of dementia. Dementia's dementia and delirium's delirium. But so whether it's that showing a little bit,
Yeah.
or he was masking before, but mobility. So that the family have moved him. They have got power of attorney.
Yeah.
The family have moved him to a care home, discharged him, really, got on to be
Yeah.
discharged, and are looking to bring him home.
Yeah.
But so that's what she was doing, but she knew nothing
No.
about the ins and outs.
Yeah.
No.
It is a
Of what-
minefield,
It is.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It
So
is.
he's in a care home, wants to bring him home, and she knew about equipment, but how does she get that equipment?
Yeah.
Mm.
How does she
Yeah.
facilitate that? So I was able to signpost her, and
Brilliant.
you know, and at the end she said she's obviously been shopping about,
Yeah.
and she said, you know, I phoned people up, and you are the only one. She said you spent time with me.
Mm.
Other than that, the others have just took details of what I need and
Yeah.
gave me their number.
That's the problem my friend's had, is she's been ringing around and she's not really got anywhere. People say they'll ring her back and they don't. So I'll definitely pass your details on to her.
Absolutely.
I think it's good because you provide an all-round service, don't you, then?
Yes.
Which-
Well, yes. The problem is, especially with self-funders, they're out in the cold.
Yeah.
Mm.
And the amount of people that are not claiming attendance allowance
I think that's
because
a really
they still think it's means tested.
Yeah, that's a crucial thing actually, because in my role, I've got two clients in particular who have had traumatic brain injuries.
Yeah.
One is very severe, and he's completely 24/7 dependent, and his family have been able to secure NHS funding for living carers. They bought the house next door to where they live, and they've had this adapted for their son. But I've got another client in particular who has had a traumatic brain injury, but he's able to walk, talk, eat, everything. But he's clearly changed significantly since pre-accident. And again, because of the nature of his injury, he needs that consistency. And as part of liability is admitted in terms of this case, so the other side of funding a care package for him, which includes occupational therapy, physio, etc.
Mm-hmm.
One of the issues that we've had is that they appointed a support worker for him. So someone that would go to the shop with him, that would go to the pub with him, that would do some gardening with him. So it gives his wife a bit of respite, but also helps build his confidence. And again, he had this support worker that he got on really, really well with, And now, unfortunately, this support worker has become ill, and it looks like it's a long-term illness. So now he's left with no support worker, and we're struggling to find somebody else because of the intense time that he needs and the regularity of that. Is that something that Pro-Medica can provide? Okay, so it's not simply about, like I was talking with Dad, going in, making sure he's changed, that sort of thing. Providing that almost companionship.
So companionship with the living side, companionship, well, even hourly, is a major factor in how well we're going to, because if we don't look at those two areas, it's going to fail. Without a doubt. So with the living, it's about matching hobbies, interests, age, a diet even. And I remember I had a fella in Barwell, and he was lovely, and he logged the whole of his life in diaries, and he'd been through the forces, and his house was full of these diaries. And he enjoyed yoga. He was in his 90s.
Wow.
And he became a yoga teacher at one point. And so the living care worker that we provided actually enjoyed yoga. And she had a history, so it was very, very well matched.
I think that's key, isn't it?
Yes.
Absolute key.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people think about that necessarily.
And COVID broke, and we had a marvellous rate over COVID.
I bet you did.
Yeah, we did.
People needed it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the carers stayed with them permanently.
Wow.
Right.
So she stayed nearly the whole of COVID.
Aww.
And they, in a bubble.
Yeah.
So very successful living care where COVID was concerned.
Can you signpost people to care homes as well then, or is that a separate?
Yeah, no, we do. I've managed care homes as well.
Yeah. Say opened my eyes that day when we had to drive round.
I broke Dad out. There was no way I was
awful. Luckily, the one we found was absolutely amazing. When I went there, she was like, "You can come at 12 o'clock at night if you want to. Obviously, you might not want to, but to have that flexibility." And the brilliant thing about them was whatever the individual person's life was, they tried to match that. So if people were like my mum, she used to be a cleaner and she loved making tea, and subject to being being safe, they would let her do things like that, and they would let the residents help out, do what they wanted to do. And I think that's key. It's so important.
Yeah, definitely.
There is an excellent one in Leicester.
Say the name. Let's see if it's the same one.
Really? Okay. The sad part about it is they're not registered for dementia.
Okay.
But they need to.
Okay.
So it's called Amberwood.
Okay.
Right, no, different one.
Where's that?
It's on the way to Eastern Magna, near the, I don't know the road, it's the Elston Road. And I've always recommended people, if they're able, and match the registration details.
Yeah.
What can I say about care homes? So,
yeah.
I've even,
They've got
shall
a
I
bad
tell you
press,
something?
haven't they?
I took a pay drop once to go and work for a non-profit organisation to see if care was delivered better when it's non-profit. My conclusion is no, not really.
I think it's the people
It's
that work,
the same,
isn't it?
correct.
Yeah.
It's about the staff. It's about who's looking after you. It's about that one person.
Yeah.
So for me to get, and it's so difficult now to get those people.
Yeah.
The recruitment in healthcare is dire. It's in dire straits.
Poor, isn't it?
I
That's
think
the thing.
it's not a job, is it? It's a vocation.
Yeah.
You
Correct.
have to be a certain
type of person.
individual. Yeah.
We say about the money, but the care, the people that come that have that vocation, they do it for nothing, and they do.
Yeah.
They do lots where they should be paid and they don't. And the trouble is, I don't I don't think today's workforce that's a priority.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so to get through
money driven.
an interview for ProMedica 24, Blaby and Lutterworth, it's like getting through the X Factor
Yeah.
because they have to have everything,
Yeah.
including personality, because
That's key, isn't it? I'd
that is
say.
key.
Yeah.
You know, I hear people phone me up and they're not very happy with the care that they've been given
Yeah.
by the council. So after reablement,
Yeah.
if you are funded, you will be given the choice of the council,
Yeah.
one of their providers. You have no choice. You do, but they don't advertise that because you can go on to direct payments, even with your funding. You can take your pot of money that you funded and go somewhere else.
And then just top it up if you need to. Yeah.
So they've been given a framework provider, often not happy. And I think the most common complaint is they're in and out and they don't speak. And really, like your mum, somebody, we're okay to help wash and dress, but you know, if you talk and you can make conversation, it makes all the difference.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
You know, we can talk about the news.
You're not
to
just
anybody.
performing a function, are you? You're providing that support and that companionship.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's not time task led. Well, it is.
Yeah.
It's time task led. That's what's wrong with it.
Yeah.
Time task led care, but there's not any companionship.
Yeah.
And you can get lots, even in a half an hour call.
Yeah, of course you can.
You can get lots.
Of course
Yeah.
you can.
You know, and I remember years and years ago, I remember a lady, and obviously, even if you're a registered manager, you're the fifth wheel. So if 4 wheels fall off the wagon,
Yeah.
they're the best managers that were. And I'm always, I love doing frontline. And, do you know, it was just like I lost my mother. And, you know, for a time, she actually made up for that. It was like talking to my mum again, you know, and that's what's nice about it.
Tell us a little bit about Lisa. So
Lisa.
Yeah. So
I wanted to say what she was saying off there.
So if you didn't do what you were doing now, what would you? Have you ever sort of had any aspiration as, oh, when I grow up, I want to be X or Y?
Right, you're going back to a conversation
Yeah.
that we had in a
And I think our
informal
listeners are gonna love
networking
this. Yeah.
meeting. So I'm not young, and
It depends who your definition of young, but yeah, go
well,
on.
I'm young in my mind, but
Yeah.
I'm not
Oh,
in
we
my
all
head.
are, aren't we? Yeah.
And so many years ago, when I was like probably 16, 18 to 20, I'm very loud anyway. I've got a big personality. Well, I think I have. Some people might think I'm boring. I have a sense of humour that probably not everybody appreciates. And I say it as it is. So we were talking in this informal networking meeting, and we were talking about doing different jobs. And I mentioned that years and years ago, in my late teens, early 20s, that I was always fascinated by houses of ill repute. But I didn't put it that way, did I?
You didn't.
I put it in and the lady that runs them. So whilst I wouldn't be mad keen on participating, I would have loved to have been head of house.
Why?
My girls.
Why?
My girls. Why? I don't know really. Maybe it was the excitement of it would have been a very nice one. It wouldn't have been a cheap one. It would have been a very nice one. And I remember watching the film Cynthia Payne. I don't know what the film was called, but she was that famous lady who got took to court because she sold luncheon vouchers, and that was her way of payment.
Yeah.
And oh God, yeah, I could have been a Cynthia. I'd have loved to have been a Cynthia. And it would have been all those connections to those people in high places. And
What was the? Did you ever sort of go forward with that at all?
no, sadly not, because in those days you'd get heavily judged.
Yeah.
So I think we grew up in well, I say we, you might not be as old as me. We were far more judged in those days. I remember page 3 girls were treated like some kind of
Yeah.
and I just thought, well, good on them. I wish I had a pair to get out like that. You know.
Yeah, like you earlier, Jester, before we got your safety pin.
Yes. Yeah, you were worried about
Popping
popping out. So, yeah, it stops you when you've had when you come from a certain environment. And being brought up in that environment. That would stop you from probably moving forward with that, where I always admired those ladies who did it correctly.
Yeah. Not the ones that were forced into it, but the ones that
absolutely not.
I think it's providing a safe environment, isn't it? I mean,
and
controversial, but, you know.
And
if they choose to do it,
I feel is so important.
Yeah.
Because at those times, so, you know, when we were growing up, there was a certain area in Leicester.
Yeah.
And we were all fascinated by it.
Yeah.
And I remember, you know, having a trip round in a car, you know, as you do, go looking for the first time. And I thought how maybe a little bit, they could do so much better.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It could be a Cynthia. If they're going to do it, make it worth your while.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know. And then I remember going on a beer festival to Bruges.
Yeah.
Young. And there they were, and it was respectable.
Yeah.
All in, you know, it was respectable. So I think that's where I come from. I don't hold, really, with girls having to be in desperate situations.
In dangerous situations.
Yeah, so if I could have facilitated a place that was respected, looked after, and provided a service to those who
that's it.
quite
happens.
often,
Yeah, of course it does.
it's the oldest profession in the world.
And it will never go away.
Yeah,
No.
and you know, if you can imagine in Victoria times, you walked in a tunnel and
Yeah.
you were a serving girl, and you know,
What about before then?
If it's going to go on, then make a living out of it, and make a proper living and a respected living.
100%.
What about before then, Lisa? You
So-
told us a little story
Yeah, because
earlier.
I've just told you this as well prior. So I've done a lot of thinking since I spoke to you, because
Most people do.
yeah. Well, I mentioned it to the marketing girl, and she said, well, don't mention the two companies together. So I'm thinking, but that's actually who I am. And sometimes that part of me is what helps me adhere to the people we look after.
Yeah.
I think that part, that side of my personality,
It's the helping people, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
and it's the connections. I make connections quite easily.
Yeah.
And I think maybe it's that they. So I've realised that, like, when I was 9 or 10, and I was
I love this.
in Skegness, we were in Skegness with my mum and Auntie Betta. Mum's name's Pam. And they were asking me, and I said I wanted to be a nun because I wanted to be a missionary. Obviously, I'd watched a few
There's
films.
a bit of a contrast between
Yeah,
no, madame.
Lady.
Yeah,
You
well,
know.
my Auntie Betty went to me, she used to call me Luby. Oh, Luby. She said, you do make me laugh. And she started laughing. And I remembered being very offended by them laughing and not taking me seriously.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I'd watched this, probably a black and white film where this lady goes to China and rescues 40 school children and goes through,
Yeah.
you know. And,
So it was about that, not necessarily. I think.
well, that might have
Yeah.
planted this seed.
that
I
got
think
thinking
knowing
about
you,
it.
Lisa, you are the least likely person to be a nun in my eyes.
Well, hence that's why obviously
think
my mum and dad knew, my mum and auntie knew me more
yeah.
better
and I
than
think
that.
that's probably why they
laugh. Yes, but I remember
Brilliant,
being
though.
very offended, thinking, "Oh, how very dare you!" And then I sat there thinking about it too, and I said to you before we came in. So I then come to the conclusion: every one of those three is about helping people, making their lives better,
Yeah.
or fulfilling a need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what care's about.
Yeah.
And there
So
we have
obviously-
life according to Lisa. We do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm absolutely in the right
Yeah.
area.
Yeah. 100%.
and what I actually do and participate and doing the branch and doing Pro-Medica, I fulfil a lot of needs. I sign posts. I make sure that what's delivered in Blaby, I know will be delivered,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's another thing.
Yeah.
People get promised the earth by
Yeah.
some care companies and just
doesn't
don't
happen.
follow through, and then they're frightened to move because am I jumping out of the frying pan into the fire? So better the devil I know than the
Yeah.
devil I don't know. So
Yeah.
okay, they don't talk, but at least mum gets washed.
Yeah.
Listen, shop about,
Yeah.
meet people.
Well, thanks, Lisa. I mean, it's been quite enlightening, I think, speaking to you today, and I just love the stories that you come out with.
Well, I hope I've still
We're-
got a job after.
We're at the part in the podcast now. We have actually missed a part.
Which bit have we missed?
We've missed the jazzer,
Oh, yeah.
but let's do that after.
Okay, go on then, Vickki.
So we're at the part. First, I've got a question for you, Lisa.
Oh,
Do you follow the Lawfully Yours podcast?
to be fair,
It's a
No.
yes or no question,
it's got to be a no.
right?
And that's only because I've not had time since we met
While you
some
were
time
stuck in
ago.
that-
But then we
when
met
you were
when I
stuck in
told
that
you.
traffic jam, you should have had us on there.
She will listen now.
Yes.
Well, I need to know how to find these podcasts and
We'll
things
do
like
that,
that.
yeah.
So, how do you find them?
So-
That's my question to you.
We'll show you.
Right.
So there's part in our podcast where we ask.
Can I ask her the washing machine one? So what's your answer to the washing machine? Do you use the same cycle for everything?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The quickest.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. the
If
quickest.
anything's really,
Minging.
I mean, obviously, I'm not newly married. You know, there's not much
Hey,
bacteria.
that's not why I wash my bed sheets on
No,
boil
but
wash, I can assure you.
yes, picking up on Geraldine. So, if anything's heavily soiled,
Yes.
of course.
Yeah, that's different.
You
but
know, there's
generally-
powders that you can buy now that are as efficient on a 30 degrees as a 50 and 60.
That's a whole other podcast.
Yeah, that's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah,
but
so-
it's all, I'm very conscious of this cost of living.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Always
yes.
have been brought up.
Yes.
So it's always on the quickest.
Yes.
for me.
That's it. Can't beat a quickie, can
No,
you?
no, you
Lisa?
can't.
Can't beat a quickie.
Rude. So we're going to ask you. So part of our podcast, we ask our guests and put it out to our listeners. We have 2 laws, one of which is true, one is false. And each episode we talk about the last 2 laws, and then we give 2 new laws. So the 2 laws from the last episode. So am I doing the
You're doing-
protocol?
Yeah.
So under section 3 subsection 1 of the Court Protocol Regulations 1962, all handwritten orders must be written in black ink, and a failure to do so is considered contempt of court. Is that true?
Or, according to Section 54 of the Metropolitan Streets Act 1839, it is illegal to fly a kite in public or play any game to the annoyance of passengers in any street or public thoroughfare.
Which one do you think's true?
Ooh, I like this. I think you have to have signs up for no ball games, and I know we have to use black ink. So I'm going to go with the ink is true, and the kite flying is false. Oh, you're joking.
No.
Now, if it's any consolation, our last guests were 2 solicitors, and they also
Got it wrong.
chose the black ink, and they also got it wrong. There's no court protocol regulations.
I think the reason people think it's true is because when you photocopy things, it
Correct.
has to be in black ink, doesn't
Yes.
it?
Yeah,
Otherwise it
normally
doesn't
when
come
you
through.
sign documents.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
people
yeah.
get confused by that, but no,
Yeah.
it's actually the flying the kite. If it's causing a nuisance, that's the
Yeah,
thing.
and I get that because you knock somebody over.
Anything, yeah.
But
Oh, we don't need a kite to knock us over, do we, honestly?
yeah.
So yeah,
Honestly.
so
There you
that's
go.
that.
Well,
So do
that's
you-
good to know.
Yeah,
Next time somebody
absolutely.
comes up the high street
Flying
flying
a
the kite,
kite.
I'll call the police.
Do you want to do your jezza?
Oh, Majezza. So Majezza. Oh yes.
What is the jezza?
This is bit on. Well,
I
if
do
you-
stupid things.
Yeah.
basically.
I'm
They've
not
just
surprised,
labelled
to
them
be honest with
jezza.
you.
Yeah,
Well, I think
we're blaming it on the
me
menopause.
and you might be a bit of a
I
kin.
think so. Yeah.
Go on then.
So
What's your
I
jezza?
do my clean, where I go around polishing everything, and I was like, oh, this is nice. It smells nicer than it normally does, and it's not getting anything clean really. And then at the end of my clean, an hour later, I realised I was using air freshener instead of foam. So it's not a massive jezza, but
yeah, but it's
it was a waste of
you.
an hour,
It
and
is
the house
you.
smelled nice.
It is you.
Dry dusting.
Dried. Yeah, there's a new thingy. It's like a dust buster thing, and it's just like it looks like a piece of rag, to be honest. But it's
Oh.
like it
Really?
does. Yeah, it's fab.
Well, you have to tell me about that.
I will do.
afterwards.
I will.
Mm, okay.
Another part of our regular slots on the podcast is we ask you a question that our previous guests have asked, and then you get to ask the next guest a question. So
our two previous guests, they asked a question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they asked a question for you.
Okay.
yeah,
And then you will answer those questions. And then if you've got a question for our next guest, we will ask them your question.
Okay.
so
I forgot what I
our
was
last guest,
saying.
we're a duo, so we've got two
Yes.
questions. So the first question is, what gives you the most joy in your life?
Helping people.
Yeah.
What
Getting
about
that
you, Jez?
feedback.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
Can I say a podcast friendly answer or the truth?
Truth.
Yeah, we're all about honesty.
Yeah.
Sex.
Okay.
Oh.
Gives me the most joy in the world.
What about your podcast answer?
Doing this with you.
What gives
That's
me
flannel.
the most joy in my life
Yes.
is, on a personal level, my family,
Oh.
100%. And in my business life, the fact that you're helping people.
Oh, so can I say a personal
on.
one? Well, family and friends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tight
obviously.
friends.
yeah,
long-term friends.
Yeah.
yeah.
Friends that you
Who
can...
are your family? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
A sister from another mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As one of
Yeah.
my friends say.
No,
Yeah.
isn't it brother from another mother, sister
it?
from another mister?
Yeah.
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 I do get these things wrong.
Next question.
Ooh.
What is the bottleneck for your next goal? So what's stopping you? What's restricting you?
Running the brothel, isn't it? What's stopping you doing?
Well, it'd be a nice
The
thing to retire
legalities.
on
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
now views have changed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we have
Haven't
all
they?
this.
You know, in
Never
fact,
say never.
What's that thing that people sign up to?
Open house.
No, no.
You know, can you believe that you're watching stuff on mainstream TV like
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
You know, when we were, if there was a kiss, it was like we'd sink in the chair and mum would
Wow,
like
do you
start
know, it's
talking to
funny.
divert your
Yeah,
attention.
Because I remember, because obviously when I was younger, I didn't watch kind of 18 films or whatever. But I remember thinking that you got pregnant by kissing
Oh,
because
yeah.
you'd see two people kissing and the next minute in the
You're
programme they
pregnant.
were pregnant. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
never going to bloody kiss a bloke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
terrified me.
No, that thing that you subscribe to. OnlyFans.
Oh, OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Rob
Well-
knows.
That's it. He's on there.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, we've OnlyFans
Straight
now,
in.
don't we?
Yeah, yeah.
I did approach. Well, no, I shouldn't
approached
really.
OnlyFans.
No. I was going to tell you another story, but I won't do actually because I do have to think about
Your
the
job.
reputation of Pro Medica
Tell us off
24.
What's your question for the next guest?
Yes.
What's my question for the next?
It doesn't have to be anything. We've had things like, how do you like your coffee?
Yeah.
what
motivates
what gets you
you?
up in the morning?
Anything.
So I'm going to ask this question:
Go on then.
if or when the time comes where they can't manage to live independently, where would they prefer to be? supported living care home or in their own home
Okay.
with a one-to-one living carer or care. And can I have another one then?
Well, go on. We'll let you have another one.
What type of holiday do they like doing best? Because I have lots of different holidays, and I love the place called Benidorm, and lots of people turn their nose up.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's because of the
Why
program,
is that?
isn't it?
Sticky
Because-
Vickki, you see?
Yeah.
Sticky Vickki.
Sadly, now this is a lawyer's thing. You do know she lost her name, don't you, Sticky Vicker?
No.
Yes, because she didn't trademark it.
Oh, for
Wow.
God's sake.
So she was stopped using it a number of years ago.
Wow.
In fact, it might be a good thing for you to
yeah.
talk. And so another girl came, found out that she hadn't trademarked that name,
I took it.
and she took it and started performing. And
Wow.
the real Sticker Vicky could no longer perform with that name
Oh, my God.
in the last number of years. And you've just said it. Benidorm and Sticky Vicky go together
They do,
like
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
custard and apple pie
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
But it's that place is not just that. So
No,
I
it
do
isn't.
wish. So yes, ask them where they prefer.
Go to
Okay.
Old Benidorm. That's
Correct.
beautiful.
You've got it out here, Calpe,
Beautiful.
on the bus, £1.20.
Nice beaches.
You've got everything you need.
It's got everything,
And then
Benidorm.
Cafe B at night, fun,
It's got
drinking.
everything.
What's our 2 new laws?
Oh, can't see a mug.
So shall I do the...
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'll do
go
the
on. You're
first
doing
one.
the
This
first
is
one. Yeah.
This is not the first one, but the second one's quite apt for you.
Right,
Anyway.
okay then. For my
So-
retirement, when I set up and become
Yeah.
the next Cynthia Payne with
So,
luncheon vouchers.
under Section 33 of the Environmental Protection Act 1990, throwing cuttings of a neighbour's overhanging tree branches constitutes fly tipping and or trespass. Is that true? You don't need to answer that yet.
Second one
Or-
is, in the UK, a premise can only be legally defined as a brothel if it has 3 or more sex workers in it at any given time. Which is true.
What's your thoughts?
is
We're not going to give the
false.
answer today, so
No.
you're going to have to listen to the next episode.
Well, I could be wrong again. I'm going to say yours.
Is what,
Gerald.
true or false?
True,
Okay.
because there's a similar, and I shouldn't be doing this really. I will get into trouble, and I hope that none of the top layer of Pro Medica 24 listen
Sure,
to this
they'll
podcast.
forgive you.
Because you've got the same with the CQC and what's defined as a care home,
Okay.
the amount of people that are in it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and person. So now I can't wait to find out. But do I have to wait till
No,
next
we'll
time?
tell
you
you
off
after.
air.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
tell you
Yeah.
after.
I've got the
So-
feeling I've got it wrong again by your
Thank you,
faces.
Lisa, so much for being a guest on our podcast. I hope you've had as much
Amazing.
fun as we have. It's been
Oh
brilliant.
well, I've had a lot of fun, and I might be out of a job. So
We do do
We-
employment law at TSAT and Ridgway. so
thank
do-
you.
do
I
give
might
us-
need it for the girls.
We're going to finish today's episode, as always, with Geraldine's thought for the day. She's got 2 pages open there.
No, that's the last
Oh,
one. Last
right.
last
Last
was
one
long.
got to me.
Yes.
Did get to me.
Yes.
Go on.
This
What's
is a
your
short one.
thought for the
Okay.
day?
Ready?
I am.
So, divorce doesn't mean you failed at marriage. It
Thank God
means
for that. Sorry, carry on.
It means you succeeded at choosing your happiness. Whilst divorce marks the end of one chapter, view this period not as loss, but as the powerful, deliberate action of taking control of your future and defining your life on your own terms.
Amen to that.
Amen, brother!
Sister, if you don't mind.
Sister!
Well,
Go, sister, go, sister.
what episode is this of season 2? Are we
4.
Is it 4?
Is it
Yes,
4?
It is 4. It is 4. So
4.
that marks the end of season 4. No, episode 4
4
of season 2 of the Lawfully Yours podcast. If you've enjoyed what you've heard today, listeners, and if you haven't, if you can give us a follow, please, like and share. We're on all platforms. We're also on YouTube now.
Yeah, we're on YouTube now.
Incredible.
You'll be on YouTube, Lisa.
You will. You will.
Well, I'm already on it, but in a different capacity.
Oh.
As
It's a
an-
brothel.
as a no, as a nice, like
Oh.
What?
care. You know, we did a thing.
Oh, like a promotional video.
Yeah, we did a thing in COVID
Okay.
You know, we
okay.
did a few things in there. So
Rob did
anyway.
one this morning. He came on a horse, didn't he?
he
did.
did.
We
Yes.
did. We
Well,
should
I've
put a
never-
photo of that on our socials.
We will do. Yeah.
So I've been Vickki Ridgway. If you want to, sorry, just rewind. If you want to contact us, ask any questions, we'll be happy to take any questions, won't we?
We will, always.
You can email us at the Lawfully Yours podcast@gmail.com. I've been Vickki Ridgway. I'm a chartered legal executive specialising in litigation and dispute resolution.
I always get out of breath when you say that. It's a lot, isn't it?
Who are you?
So I've been Geraldine Watson, expert family law solicitor.
Wonderful.
That's it.
We'll see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye.